Hello and a very warm welcome to today's video. Now in today's video we're going to be talking about how realistically, with the world of MTD coming along, it's time to say goodbye to those spreadsheets. And I know it's a sad time because I love spreadsheets, but if you want to have a really efficient way of being able to be compliant with MTD, realistically you're going to want to use software. And what I want to try and show you now is how software can replicate what the spreadsheet is and actually can save you a lot of time going forward. Now, first of all, before I go any further, what is MTD? What am I going on about? Well, basically at this point in time, if you're a sole trader, you have one tax return you need to complete, that one tax return to rule them all. When 6th of April comes along and starts of a new tax year, you then have until the 31st of January the following year to be able to go and complete the tax return and make any payments as well. Now, unfortunately, with the world of MTD, that's going to drastically change. You're still going to have to make sure that the return's in by the 31st of January, but you're also going to have to make quarterly updates along the same time. And yes, you can use spreadsheet, and yes, there's an opportunity to use bridging software, but I promise you, it's going to take you so much more longer, it's going to be much more painful for you, and the best thing you could possibly do is use software to speed things up and be compliant straight out of the gate. So this video is about taking a typical spreadsheet, and we're going to take that typical spreadsheet and we're going to make it into something that we're going to be really proud of and be able to submit it to HMRC for quarterly return purposes, all in the name of MTD. So stick around for this one, not to be missed. Roll the intro, producer Lizzie, and we'll go straight into it. Hello, welcome to this video. My name is Aaron Patrick. I am a chartered accountant, a certified UK trainer with a fancy new logo, that QuickBooks Chap on the internet, head of accounts here at Boffix, your digital disruptor award winner, and also your heroes behind the heroes award winner, and finally your friendly podcaster who goes live each and every Monday morning for Ask the Accountant. Now, there's no point going too much into this. Let's just go straight to the screen, figure out exactly what was going on. Now, what I did first of all, as we all do now, is I quickly asked ChatGPT. I said, look, ChatGPT, send me over a typical transaction or a typical bookkeeping list, and it did it for me. And okay, it's not the best bookkeeping list I've ever seen, but I've seen a lot of different ones. As an accountant, trust me, I have seen every type of bookkeeping you have ever seen to imagine. Actually, this one, looking straight at it, isn't too bad. It ain't terrible, but I'm sure we've all got our own versions of it. And that's one of the problems, right? We're all going to tackle it in a different way. We're all going to have a different approach to it. Income here, suddenly we've got all the penses in there. We've got marketing, miscellaneous, rent, supplies, travel, utilities. And typically when it comes to bookkeeping, that's what you're interested in, right? How much money are you coming in and what are you spending it on? Let's be completely transparent about this. We don't typically want too much more. Now, the problem from Making Tax Digital point of view is this, as it is now and what we can see here, won't be enough. What HMRC want from us and need from us is digital records, right? And that's why from here, we're going to need to figure out how to make this digital. But don't worry, using a solution called QuickBooks Sole Trader, I think you're going to be able to save even more time. So before I go any further, let's figure out where QuickBooks Sole Trader is coming from. So I go over to this Sole Trader area on QuickBooks, or plans and pricing, whichever works for you. And you'll notice that they have a simple start there. But if I click on Sole Trader, I have this new Sole Trader option. Now at the moment, there's currently a fantastic deal, so don't miss out on that deal. But if that deal's run out or you want to support our channel further, please go over to our Boffix e-store where you can get yourself a Sole Trader license for a discounted price. So do make sure you go and get yourself one of those. Now, from this here then, if I was to go from here, you'll notice what it's telling you there. You've got prepare self-assessment, MTD for income tax ready. That's the important bit, right? We can do CIS if you CIS as well. There's also other elements on there. Send invoices and estimates. So if you're currently using Excel, you've got a really good invoice and estimate solution. Get cash flow insights, understand that cash flow a little bit more better. Manage income and expenditures with AI. That's the bit that I'm really excited to show you because I feel like that's where you're going to save the most amount of time. Runs and customized report. That's how we're going to get the same kind of view as we've just had there from our typical bookkeeping. We can manage receipt capture and mileage tracking, free customer support and free onboarding session. And this is what it looks like. So Doesn't matter if you buy it through QuickBooks or through us, you're going to get through to the same page as you have here. It's going to tell you what your current cash balance is and how that cash flow is made up. So you're going to see the money going in, the money going out, and how it's all been made up for you and where the cash is being held, which is really, really important. Also on that dashboard, it's going to tell you how to stay on top of your business. So some nice little dashboardy element, where you're spending your money, where the income's coming from. Have you got any overdue invoices, things like that? That's going to be really important. And then the bank transactions area. Now, with the bank transaction area, it looks quite daunting when you first get into it, but actually it's really straightforward. All you want to do in the top right hand corner is drop down this arrow here and press link account. Once you've linked account, it's going to ask you for your bank account, and like it has on screen here, and then you're going to have the opportunity to go in there, pick your bank account, connect it. Now, pro tip, everything I'm showing you today, you can also achieve by using your mobile phone as well. Go into QuickBooks on the mobile phone. It's even easier to connect your account there. What it does is, as soon as you click on the account, what bank account is going to do, it's going to take you to that app. You'll authorize in the app, come back into here, job's done. Really, really good. Really love that solution. Either way though, once you've got your bank account connected, all the transactions are going to start coming in like they are here. And the clever bit, QuickBooks is going to use AI and it's going to automatically assign the category that it believes is right. And it's up to you just to do that sense check. So you'll go down through here. Yeah, business income from eBay, that's definitely business income. Amazon payments, that's income, that's fine. But then every time there's an expense, for example, eBay commerce, expense, bank charges, probably not happy with that. Click into it and you can make the adjustment just by clicking in. It's going to have some suggestions at the top of what it believes it's going to be using a bit of AI. But if not, there's loads of options on there that you can go through finding the right ones. Pro tip as well, if you connect to someone like ourselves as an accountant, we can even go in there and give you extra categories for you to go in there and see what they are. You can also at any point click this little pencil button next to them. The pencil button will give you an opportunity to do a little bit extra. So not only change the category, but also split the transaction as well. So maybe you bought multiple things from the same vendor, so you can split them into the individual ones. Or if there's any grossing up to do, eBay income, for example, they've got fees involved, right? You can put what the fee is and it'll automatically increase the income for you going forward there. You can put in the drag and drop receipts as well, so you can keep those on top of it. Basically, it's going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. And what they've recently released is rules as well. So at the top here, there's a receipts category area. You add a receipt in here. I'll show you an example of the receipts that we've got there, and then you can link them directly through. So here is a digital copy of my receipt, all linked in, so that I can then use that going forward. And then I've got finally rules, meaning that I can now define when a transaction hits the bank account what I want QuickBooks to do with it. So it forgets about the AI suggestion and it will go directly to what you've said you want it to do. So in my case, every time free plan fee comes into place, I want that to go directly to bank charges going forward, meaning I know that I'm confident enough that the transactions will automatically go to bank charges like it has there, automatically be put to there. No, I don't need to worry about it going forward. So ultimately, the simplest bit about it is having this. Now, one key remembering about this, and this is the biggest learning you can take away from this particular video. If you use QuickBooks Sole Trader, fantastic. If you use QuickBooks, fantastic. If you use Xero, fantastic. Well, any of the MTD software you're going to use, fantastic. You're already massively ahead of the game and you're ready for MTD compliance. But what I would urge every single one of you out there to do is get a separate bank account for your business transactions. Stop using your personal account, start using a separate bank account, and then that's a separate bank account that you're going to connect to whatever software you're going to use for MTD. That will save you countless amount of time, so you don't have to go through the personal items. If the odd personal items comes in on QuickBooks, absolutely fine. You can go in and you can select if they're business or personal, just like here. So I've said this one apparently is business, personal now. Now I'm going to put it back to business, and I can do the same now, and I can have all of that functionality in here. Also, if you want to do multiple of these, there's this batch options here. Click on the multiple ones on them, choose what category, personal, business, and all that sort of stuff, and then go from there. And you can even filter, search, all that sort of goodness, so that you can really get control of this license. What else can you do? Well, you got a whole get paid section. You can raise sales invoices that can send to people so they can get paid throughout this system as well. Really like doing that, really worthwhile. You can set goals and customers. You can send estimates as well. So maybe you've got an estimate you want to send over to someone before you agree to do the work. This is going to make it a lot easier for you. And you can manage what product and services you have to make those invoices even easier going forward. Customers and goals, you can set a goal for your business, set customers, what customers you have, and kind of have its little mini CRM system with addresses, names, all that sort of stuff, or safely, securely done. And again, because you've got the mobile app, you have full access to it at any point as well. Cash flow, so see what cash flow you've got. Taxes is where in the income tax section you're going to be filing for MTD. If you haven't already, go see one of our videos on how to file for MTD. We made it super straightforward, but basically, if the information's in on QuickBooks and you've gone through and looked at all the transactions, you're 99% of the way there. You can go into there, get it submitted, everyone's going to be happy. There's a My Accountant area where you can kind of pass transactions to and from, so you share documents, all that sort of stuff. And there's a mileage area as well where you can have a look what mileage you've done. It uses your GPS on your phone to record what you've done mileage back and forth. And you can just go in and say, yeah, no, that was a business transaction there. Here's my purpose for it. That's what I was doing, meeting my client. Press save, job done. You're recording that mileage nice and easily. But the bit I said at the beginning here is how this can replace those spreadsheets. So the good thing about spreadsheets is you get to see how your income and expenditure is and how it's been spent, right? Well, you can do the same here. My favorite is what's called the profit and loss by month. You click on the profit and loss by month, it's going to give you an opportunity to choose your periods along the top. So I'm going to go and say all dates, just so we've seen everything. And then what it's going to do is going to have all the dates along the top for me. So maybe I shouldn't have done all dates, maybe I should have done a little bit less amount of information, but you know, you can see it's giving you all the information you want. You can see how my income is split between each and every month, so I can see how that's done. I can see what my cost of sales have done, and I can see from an expenses all those different categories that are in there. So I can see straight away I spent a lot of money over on the December 2024 on professional fees, you know, really wiped me out. Why? You know, I can have those sort of conversations and understand them. If I want to know about it a little bit more, I press on it, it's going to drill down into it, and it's going to take me directly to where that transaction was. So I can maybe have a look at it, amend it maybe, look into it a little bit more. Maybe this is right, maybe this is wrong, I don't know. But at this point in time, I can go and amend that and change that if I need to. But ultimately, this is giving me all the bits I need, all the transactions I need, so I can go in and look at all the categories and be really invested in what my business is doing, see all the details, see the story that's going on, see the income, see the expenditure, see how it's been built. And that's why I really, really, really like using software like QuickBooks Sole Trader, so that I don't just put it for compliance purposes. I'm not just putting it there so I can file my MTD return. I'm putting the information there so I can learn more about my business and hopefully make some decisions that are going to be positive towards how my business is run. What do you think? What do you think to this piece of software? Generally, I don't think it can be any simpler. It's even more simpler if you use it on your phone as well. So keep an eye out some videos on this channel on how to do it all on the mobile phone and how you can get it all done with no problem whatsoever. But my name has been Aaron Patrick. Thank you so much for watching this video. If we can help you any more, make sure you like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Make sure you visit our website and our shop on the boffix.com website to find out more information about what we can do for you and your business. But if anything else, think about getting yourself a nice little discounted QuickBooks license from our store so that you can be compliant while saving money. That's what it's all about, right? Okay, so thank you very much. Put some comments in below if you believe there's anything else you need to know on this channel. We're always looking for more ideas, more options, more ways to make sure that we provide data and information that's right for your ears and eyes. My name is Aaron Patrick. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.